Hello, welcome to the show. My name is Karen Crow Weinstein. I'm running for president. Here's my title. Right here, Karen Crow Weinstein for president. You can follow me on YouTube and Facebook. Please take note of the spelling of my first name. I want to tell you, since I've been to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, I wore a white hat, and it seems like the people and myself to be easily identified by all. I wear this white cap wherever I go. This is so that I can be recognized easily anywhere that I may be. So it looks like this. There you go. People, I want to talk about subsidized rental property. This is called affordable housing. I'm going to read the article to you and then we'll discuss it. It's pretty long, but it was in the newspaper. It's happening in Connecticut, Lower Fairfield County in Connecticut. The start of the note that was in the newspaper says this: developer wants to cut affordable housing. The developer wants to cut affordable housing. And this is in Southport, Connecticut. An 18-unit luxury condominium proposal has led to a developer's plea to soften affordable housing requirements for his project. Fairfield-based developer Pequot Realty, LLC, wants to remove the two affordable units initially included with its plans to erect an apartment building at 250 Pequot Avenue in exchange for a $519,500 payment to the Fairfield House and Trust Fund that subsidize affordable housing projects. Fairfield's zoning regulations require a development of the condominiums scale to set aside at least 2%, 10% of its units as affordable housing. But Pequot Realty has requested the Town Plan and Zoning Commission to accept fees in lieu payments in place of affordable housing units listed for sale instead of rent. State law permits fee in lieu for open space and parking. But Fairfield doesn't have it in place for affordable housing, unlike some of its neighboring communities. Real estate attorney Chris Russo said lower earning residents could face unpredictable costs like homeowner association fees after they buy a space, but a state resale cap on affordable housing units would prevent them from recouping that money when they put their unit on the market. He said the development will remain the same size if the Commission agrees to scrap the affordable housing and two market rate units will take its place. This fee in lieu protests that the people that are at the heart of affordable housing, which is the people that are going to live in affordable housing. Russo said of a town plan and zoning commission meeting that last week. The developers proposed fee in lieu payment to the town would total 250% of the local median income of a four-person family for each affordable housing unit based on last year's prices. Russo argued that once a resident owns an affordable unit, they can face rising costs that state law doesn't regulate, unlike rented affordable housing. He said building improvements like a new installed elevator would typically increase property value and create a profit for a resident who sells their home, but Connecticut's affordable housing would keep the selling point in place. To invest significantly in the unit, you're almost disincentivized from doing it, because why put in $15,000 to $30,000 when you're not going to see it whenever you end up selling? A local developer pitched a similar amendment to the zoning commission in 2019, requesting a fee in lieu of building a condominium with affordable housing units on Westway Road. 5 years later, Mr. Russo said, the Westway Road development is the only one in town with affordable housing for sale instead of rent. Commissioners emphasized affordable housing in Southport would be essential to reduce local income inequality in the town of Fairfield, especially in Southport, one of the town's most affluent areas. I think that's the fundamental discomfort that this commission, I'm speaking for others, but I'm sensing this commission has, is the exclusiveness of one of these properties to exclude people of different income. This is said by Commissioner Jeff Randolph. The Plan and Zoning Commission is weighing alternative solutions to keep the affordable units in the condominium before members vote on the application for the project. Likely Tuesday, when the item appears on the body's agenda. Commissioners said bylaw conditions, local homeowner association regulations or switch to rental units could address the building of costs that come with for sale affordable housing. Mr. Russo said the bylaws would identify the affordable units inside the building if they outline special terms for them, singling out the residents living there. He said the town could shift the affordable units to a more optimal site without the same cost of living issues if the commission approved the fee in lieu of payment. Herb Lempuler, the chair of the Affordable Housing Committee, said the commission should consider fee in lieu payments under limited circumstances that are involving challenges that affordable housing ownership may create. He said the fee should be at least 350% of the area or state median income, calling for a $418,250 payment per unit. Russo said a fee in lieu payment worth 300% of the area median income would be in line with Darien and New Canaan, while Westport's fee sits lower at 225%. So that's what's happening in Connecticut and Fairfield County, when it's a affluent area to live. of course, that don't want affordable housing or rents to be created in your area, in your town. Well, for the past 6 years, I've been living in subsidized housing. That means my rent is a third. The rent property that I live in, it's a 40-unit building, and it has the rent to be no more than 30% of the income. So they're on disability and they're senior citizens, and they need a break. They need to have affordable housing. I live in one. Yes, when I first got there, all the people were in disarray. Over the 6 years I've been living there, the people have changed. There are a lot of people in there that have mental health concerns. And then there's people who have low income because they're seniors and they don't get a lot of money from Social Security. I approve of affordable housing. I want everyone to be able to have that. So they have money left over to do some pleasures, such as going out to a restaurant and have a nice meal. Or be able to use Uber to go to the beach. Where I live, the people are good people. They may have concerns, but in their heart, they have lots of kindness and caring and love. We care about each other. Just because someone has low income doesn't mean they're bad people. And they can work and make money even though they're living in subsidized housing. So I live in one, and I am not afraid of anybody. They're all very nice. They pretty much stay in their rooms, and I know quite a number of the people in the group, and they wouldn't hurt anyone. I feel very safe there. These people pay the rent each month, because they know if they pay the rent too late, they could be evicted. So they're responsible, they have jobs, and they're improving their life by affording to buy a car so they could travel and meet their needs. So if you're concerned about that in a affluent residence area, just remember, these are good people. They're caring and loving. We help them medically to stay safe, stay comfortable, and reduce the levels of anxiety. I'm not talking about subsidized housing such as where I live, but for low-income people who are on Social Security, disability, but affordable for the average person, like me. Well, people who need affordable housing is in large numbers. So let's give them an opportunity to work there. Now mind you, at one of these places that are being developed, the person may not have a disability. They may be a senior citizen and who abides by the law and do what's right. So not to worry. It's not just for people who have mental concerns. Low affordable housing is for everyone. and it's only right to provide affordable housing for those in need. Not to worry, I think one of the other concerns is that the person may not be able to afford it and they have to move out. Another good idea while we're doing affordable housing, so we could take the people off the sidewalks, leaving their tents behind and living in affordable housing. That could be your mother or father, brother or sister, aunt and uncle. They too need to be safe. And living in affordable housing is safe for themselves and for all others. They have the right to live comfortably and safely in an apartment or in a condominium. They're good people. Let them live a good life despite their difficulties. That's about all. I live in subsidized housing. I'm very happy there. I feel safe. I feel comfortable. Let me give you an example. One day, the police were there, even the men who were in suits, officers in suits, came to this apartment complex. And they came in and they said a man had fallen. We don't know where he is. He could be unconscious in his room, unable to unlock the door, open the door. So these firemen and EMS personnel, they got an item from the fire department and they broke open the door. And he was just standing there confused and disoriented. He did fall. He had a laceration on his forehead. So they were concerned that he was laying on the floor unconscious. So they opened the door immediately and then treated him with his laceration, which is an injury to the forehead. I worked very hard to help educate the EMS people to look at them as individuals, not as poor, degenerate people, but people who just can't make it and have a $100,000 job. These are people who have conditions, and we must help them. We must help them to live a comfortable life, have some enjoyment in their lives. So I want to put your fear to rest that they would go and rob your house or steal or any bad thing like that. They will not do that. They want to live in affordable housing. And they thank the Lord. In my place where I live, they thank the Lord that they have a place they could call their own. So really think about it, people. Let's do good things for these people who need affordable housing. Let's help them. And let's put the issues about money to the side. And let's do good for our fellow Americans. Let's bring homelessness to an end. And I think we're on our way to doing that in my state, Connecticut. Thank you, and have a good night. Thank you.